Hello students, hope you are well and you have started preparation of first term examination. Today I am revising chapter number 1 of physics. Chapter number 1 and 2 are parts of your first term examination. First topic of your first chapter is matter. Matter is anything which has mass and occupies volume. I suppose you are having idea of mass and volume. Mass measures material content of a body and volume is space occupied by a body. So you are seeing different objects around you having masses and volumes. For example, trees. Trees have mass, table, bricks, many things. So anything which has mass and occupies volume is called matter. Element which cannot be subdivided into simpler form. For example, oxygen, hydrogen, etc. You cannot divide oxygen into other forms, like suppose you want to divide oxygen into 2 hydrogen or 3 hydrogen or oxygen into 2 iron. It is not possible. So element cannot be subdivided into simpler form. Oxygen will remain oxygen always. Atom is the smallest unit of element. If an element is analyzed, suppose you are able to see element inside, you will see that you just imagine only. It is not possible to see atoms, but you imagine. Then you will see that element is made of small particles, and one such small particle is called atom. Now let us understand kinetic theory. Kinetic means motion. There are few points of kinetic theory. Some more points are given in the book. Matter is made of atoms or molecules. I have just told every matter or every element is made of small atoms. Molecules are always in random motion. Molecules are never at rest except at minus 273 degrees C. At higher temperature than minus 273 degrees C, they are never at rest and they are always in motion randomly. All types of possible motion, linear motion, vibratory motion, circular motion, all type of possible motions. You might be knowing that energy possessed by a body due to motion is called kinetic energy. Since atoms or molecules are always in motion, so they have kinetic energy. And kinetic energy is measure of temperature. More the kinetic energy, more the temperature. Means if a substance, if a matter has high temperature, its molecules are moving faster. Molecules exert a force called intermolecular force. Molecules of a substance always exert force on each other. This force is called intermolecular force, and intermolecular force is subdivided into 2 parts: cohesive force and adhesive force. When intermolecular force is acting between 2 like molecules, like 2 water molecules, 2 oxygen molecules, then that intermolecular force is called force of cohesion or cohesive force. Similarly, if intermolecular force is acting between two unlike molecules, two different molecules, one oxygen, other glass, one oxygen, other hydrogen, then intermolecular force is called force of adhesion or adhesive force. Matter can be divided into three parts: solids, liquids and gases. And this division, this classification is based on some points. First is packing. Molecules of solids are closely packed. They are very, very close. Separation between molecules is quite less. They are closely packed. Intermolecular force. Intermolecular force between molecules of solids is maximum in strongest force. In liquids it is comparatively less, and in gases it is least. Shape and size. Because of strong intermolecular forces, molecules of solids are not able to leave their positions. That is why shape, size and volume of solids are fixed, while in case of liquids, volume is fixed but shape keeps on changing depending on container in which the liquid is kept. And in case of gases, neither shape is fixed nor volume is fixed. If a gas is filled in a small vessel, it will occupy that volume. Same gas is kept in bigger vessel, it will occupy that volume. Compressibility. Since intermolecular space between molecules of solids is quite less, quite small, so it is very difficult to compress solids. Solids cannot be compressed. Liquids can also be not compressed because intermolecular space in case of liquids is also very less. But in case of gases, intermolecular space is very high, so gases can be compressed very easily. A substance can be found in different states like solid, liquid, gas, and one substance can be changed from one state to other by supplying heat or by absorbing heat. Melting. Melting is conversion of solid into liquid. When a solid is heated, vibration of molecules become vigorous and vigorous. Intermolecular force decreases, and at certain temperature, intermolecular force is not enough to hold molecules together, so motion of molecules start, and in that in that condition, solid starts converting into liquid. Freezing. Freezing is conversion of liquid into solid, just opposite of melting. Suppose you are having a liquid, heat is being extracted, temperature is coming down, kinetic energy of molecules is decreasing, so their motion becomes calm and slow, and after some time their positions are almost fixed. In that condition, a liquid is converted into solid. That is called freezing. Boiling. Conversion of liquid into gaseous state or vapor state is called boiling. When a liquid is heated, temperature of molecules increases, they gain more kinetic energy. At certain temperature, they acquire sufficient kinetic energy to leave the surface of liquid and boiling starts. Boiling takes place at a constant temperature called boiling point. For example, boiling point of water is 100 degrees C. Similarly, freezing point of water is 0 degrees C. Evaporation. It is also conversion of liquid into vapor or gaseous state, but the difference between boiling and evaporation can take place at any temperature, while boiling takes place at constant temperature. Example of evaporation is drying of cloth. A cloth is washed and hung. After some time it becomes dry because of evaporation. Sublimation. There are certain materials, certain substances which can directly convert from solid to vapor, to gaseous state. That process is called sublimation. Example is camphor. If camphor is kept, after some time no camphor is seen and no liquid is seen also. Camphor is solid, it is directly converted into vapor without leaving any trace of liquid. Deposition is opposite process of sublimation. If a vapor state is directly converted into solid, that is called deposition. Students, now let us understand change of state of one example, taking example of ice. Suppose you are taking one piece of ice from your refrigerator. You might be knowing that temperature of ice inside refrigerator in your chiller compartment is quite less, around minus 20 degrees C. So you have taken a piece of ice at minus 20 degrees C. Now ice is kept in contact of heat or in sun. If you are having thermometer, you will see that temperature of ice is rising from minus 20 degrees C to 0 degrees C, portion OA. Temperature is rising from minus 20 to 0. Then you will see that temperature becomes constant and melting of ice starts, means ice starts converting into water. During whole conversion process from ice to water, temperature remains constant at 0 degrees C. See, this line is parallel to this axis. It means temperature is constant when ice melts. At point B, ice completely melts and converted into water. If further heat is supplied, you will see that temperature of thermometer is rising. Means temperature of water is rising. From 0 to 100 it will rise and then it becomes constant. And now you will see that boiling of water starts. And when boiling goes on, temperature will remain 100 degrees C. That is why we say that melting point of ice is 0 degrees C and boiling point of ice is 100 degrees C. Student, one more thing was left: condensation. Condensation is conversion of vapor into water. Let us understand by one example. Suppose water is boiling in a vessel. You put lid on the vessel and remove, you will see some water droplets are seen on the lid. Means the steam which was coming from the vessel is getting converted into liquid or water. That is called condensation. This is a brief revision of chapter number 1. I hope you could understand. Best of luck, students. Keep studying. Thank you for paying attention.